Welcome to Destination Station, #1 station in the nation. As always, I'm Destin. Wanted to go ahead and do a review over the whole season of Scream Season 2. Also over Episode 12, the finale, the reveal of the killer. This is going to be spoiler heavy, so if you haven't seen this episode, I suggest you turn this off, go review the episode or review the season if you haven't done so, and then come back to this video. So you've been warned, spoilers. So yeah, everybody that's seen the episode, it's the killer was revealed to be Kieran, as a lot of us already suspected. Yeah, a lot of us, I know I said, on my last video, if you haven't seen that on the theories and predictions, I said to put down in the comments 2 killers. I mean, everyone, it was so built up for it to be 2 killers this season, right? And it was kind of disappointing that it was only 1 killer. It was only 1 killer revealed, kind of like last season. Who knows if he had an accomplice? It was so built up to where, like, even Noah's saying in the promos and even in this 12th episode that maybe the accomplice found an accomplice. Well, apparently that isn't the case. Apparently it was just that Kieran was Piper's boyfriend from first season, who Piper was the killer at the end of season 1, which I thought that was kind of weak. And I don't know if it was just that, it was supposed to be 14 episodes and they shot it down to 12. I don't know if the writing was obviously sloppy, but I don't know if it was just rushed and it just wasn't well thought out or presented. Even through this whole episode, it was even like pointing fingers at Kieran. I mean, anybody with any kind of common sense for these type of shows or movies or this type of source material, anybody would suspect Kieran. That was kind of like the obvious choice to everybody. We were looking for that extra killer that was going to be surprising, like Brooke, or even in my case, I thought Maggie. I thought that would have been a cool little twist. I just wanted something extra. Even Miss Lang would have been even better. Just, we wanted 2 killers. Like, as soon as Kieran walked in and it was revealed that it was him, I was like, okay, where's the second killer? All right, what the fuck? Like, it was some baby bag bullshit. I was kind of like, wow, this was really underdeveloped. Unless they're setting something up for the Halloween special that's supposed to be 2 episodes, that, maybe they got something up their sleeve. Or was that just taken away from this season and put the last 2 episodes for the Halloween special? Now, I heard that at Scream After Dark, I know they do a show after the Scream show, that I think they announced season 3, if I'm not mistaken. I heard that. It's a rumor. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comments below. Is that true? Did season 3 get renewed? If so, that's going to be awesome, because there's a lot of unanswered questions. And yeah, that's you start off with this episode as from last episode. You see Brooke and Audrey over Mayor Maddox's dead body, and they're framed basically, and they get put in cuffs, and they're headed away, and they're going to jail. And there's the killers on the road. The police car crashes. Cop gets out, gets killed, like in every other horror movie. And then the killer opens up the door, and Emma and Audrey in the back seat, and the killer just drops the keys for the handcuffs and basically is telling them to run. So they're on the run, telling her if they turn themselves in or say anything to the police or something like that, the killer was going to kill somebody else, which I thought was kind of like, give me something else. Like, that's almost unbelievable. Because I wouldn't have just ran. If you run, you're going to look like you just killed this cop. Should have stayed handcuffed, stayed there, and just been like, hey, my hands are handcuffed. I didn't do shit, But anyways, it's a show. We got to keep going. We got to keep the story flowing. Then they end up going to the theater that Audrey works at, and and they're hiding out there. Of course, Emma is telling Kieran everywhere she's going, and we're like, okay, all right, Kieran's gonna be the killer. We can tell. So, if anyone thought that it was Eli, that was too easy. It was too much like pointing directly the fingers at him. Even the characters were saying it's Eli. It's not gonna be fucking Eli. That would be stupid. It would be cool if Kieran and Eli were working together or something like that, but we didn't even get that. So yeah, they're in the theater. The killer strikes. Emma cannot shoot worth a damn. I don't know how many bullets is in that gun, but like shit, give Audrey the gun. I'm pretty sure she's more of a fighter than Emma, and Emma's tired of running. You get Stavo shows up on the scene saying he gets a text from Brooke. Brooke claims she didn't send that text. Noah makes that statement that was in the promo that maybe the accomplice found an accomplice. So you already got the viewers' minds going as to, oh my God, there's got to be two killers. There's got to be. So they move from they leave the theater. Brooke gets stabbed. She survives. Kieran stays back with her. She goes to the hospital. Then Emma, I think she gets a call or a text and is told to meet him somewhere to ready to face the mask. And they go to the orphanage that supposedly Piper and Miss Lang is from, and where they had the party a few episodes ago where Haley got killed. And she goes there, and I'm assuming it's there, but she goes there. Audrey has been abducted, and she gets a picture of Audrey handcuffed to a chair. And so that's the reason why she didn't go to the police, was because she was afraid Audrey was going to get killed. When she arrives to the place, she comes across somebody in the chair with the costume hood on, not the mask, but just the hood. I don't think she was wearing the mask. I can't remember really, but but she's handcuffed. Next thing you know, Kieran walks in out of nowhere. Whenever Emma already told her that she didn't want him to know where she was or whatever, so he magically appears. And then you got Eli coming in afterwards. That's been stabbed. He's bleeding on the side. He's holding a knife, the killer's knife, it looks like. And Eli's pointing the finger at Kieran. Kieran's pointing the finger at Eli. Emma's got the gun on both of them. Don't know who to kill, who's telling the truth. And then kind of like that scene, if you ever seen the remake of My Bloody Valentine between the two guys, it was kind of like that, going back and forth. And then Kieran and then Eli was trying to say that, you know, Kieran did this. This is why I got a restraining order on this female from way back when, because Kieran was posting nude pictures on the internet, and he said it was me, and then it was really him, and then he came to Lakewood. I guess his motive was to get Kieran back by hooking up with Emma. It wasn't really explained a whole lot of his reason being at Will's funeral. He was there, but I thought that he would explain that, I'm here because Kieran is psychotic. I know him because I'm related to him. I know what he's done in the past. He didn't go into anything like that. All it was about a female and some upload of some nude photos. Maybe there's more to that story, but we didn't get it because the motherfucker got shot. He like is calling Kieran a liar, and he goes after Kieran with a knife, and Emma shoots him. And then Kieran calms her down, and he grabs the gun from her, and next thing you know, he says something along the lines as, I promise you'll be safe again, or something like that. And Emma came in her mind. I didn't even know how she even realized this, because I don't even remember really the conversation that he said. I guess the killer on the phone told Emma earlier in the episode that you'll never be safe again. And then Kieran is saying, you'll be safe again. So that made her realize, like, what did you just say? And that made her come to the realization that Kieran was the killer. That's when she started suspecting him. And it was just kind of like, what? Wait a minute, what? Could we have a better reveal than this? Or a better... This is all it took? Emma, you're a fucking dumbass. You've been a dumbass all season long, doing stupid choices, not under... Like... And then something like this that... I don't know. I felt like the writing was just a little sloppy, a little rushed. Maybe it was because it was down to 12 episodes instead of 14 or what. I don't know. Patrick Lussier directed this episode. He also did the editing on the first 3 Scream films. And so, yeah, I expected a lot more out of this episode. Some of the acting was a little cringeworthy, too. Like, I don't really think Kieran... the guy, Amadeus or whatever his name is, I don't think he was really that great of an actor, especially when he revealed himself as the killer. I was kind of like, wow, this guy really isn't that great of an actor. But, so yeah, it was like Kieran just decided to like, well, you caught me, or whatever, and he decided to go into psycho mode, and then Eli stands back up, and Kieran just, blah, 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 just shoots Eli down, so Eli's dead. Audrey stands up. I thought I'm sure everybody was just waiting for that second killer, the reveal of the second killer, and it never came. All he did was explain that he was Piper's boyfriend. He was the accomplice from the first season. Audrey killed Piper, so he wanted to get Audrey, and he wanted to get Emma, and then I guess frame them. But what doesn't make sense to me is why is he going this extra mile by wrecking the police car at the beginning of the episode and letting them go on the run? They were already framed. They were already standing over Mayor Maddox's body, and they were the prime suspects. So that's what I guess he wanted to kill them or something. But he could have let them, they were already falling for the crimes. But I thought that was his motive, was that he was trying to frame Emma and Audrey as the killers because of everything that they did last season. And he even said to Emma, that I was sleeping with I was having sex with your psychotic sister or something, and you just told me you loved me. And I don't know if they ever said they loved each other before in season 1 or season 2. I can't recall. But she finally says, I love you, and I guess he just got a little kick out of that. But yeah, it was like, and then Audrey stood up. I thought it would have been really cool if Brooke would have came in, or Maggie coming in as the killer, or even Audrey. Even Audrey was played as she was abducted, and she was right there with the hood on. I thought it'd been cool if she would have stood up from the chair and just been like part of the whole thing, even though she's been a victim throughout some of this. But maybe it was all just their plan. But no, it wasn't like that. Audrey and Emma ends up kicking Kieran's ass, and Emma's got the gun on him and is getting ready to kill him, and she decides not to. Next thing you know, the police come in, and again, couldn't Kieran just have been like, oh, it ain't me, look, it's them, blah, 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 and Emma and Audrey could have still went down. They didn't really reveal that either. They didn't reveal how the police believed the girls over Kieran. So it was just like, even Kieran could have been just like, Kieran should have been caught in the act trying to kill Emma or Audrey. That way the police knew that Kieran was the killer. But it wasn't like that. It was Audrey holding him down against a post with like the chains, and Emma holding the gun. So right there, you would think that they were the killers. If you were the police coming in, they were already on the run and prime suspects from Mayor Maddox's death, and they were all over the news and everything. So like that should have just been a little bit more directed, and I expected more out of Patrick Lussier for directing this. But that's basically it. After that, you see Kieran doesn't get killed. He goes to jail, and then Noah does his whole little narration like he did at the end of last season. And I wanted a little bit more out of that too. I felt like that was a little rushed. You know how like in last season Noah was like, who was the person that pulled Will away and knocked Piper down? Who was the accomplice? Blah, blah, blah. it was kind of like left open, and then you saw Audrey with all this information, burning it and all that kind of stuff, and it left like so much wanting more for the second season. And then now we're here, and now it's kind of an unfulfilling reveal of the killer and his motivations, and that there wasn't two killers also. I just wanted a little bit more, and Noah just being like, showing that Brooke is with Stavo and her dad eating dinner. Everybody's cool. Everybody's like it just, and then it goes to Kieran in jail, and the police saying, the jailer going, your lawyer is on the phone. He picks up the phone, and it's the killer's voice, and it's like, and it says, who said you could wear my mask or my face or something like that. So you automatically think that it's Brandon James, because I guess we still don't know who was hiding in that farmhouse and everything, in that hidden room. If that was Kieran, I don't know. But Noah didn't even like brush on that subject, like being like, who was actually staying in the farmhouse and blah blah blah. Could have gave us something more for us to keep our minds, our imagination wandering, but it didn't do that. It was a little rushed, and yeah, I mean, and that's it. Then you see Maggie come outside, and that note that she put inside the tree, and it said, please leave Emma alone, or whatever. You see that note at the tree again with a knife in it with a little bit of blood on the piece of paper. So is Brandon James back? Was that Brandon James on the phone? Is it somebody pretending to be Brandon James? Is it just another killer? I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows where they're going to go with the story now that if season 3 is renewed. And I mean, I'm excited for it. Yeah, of course I want more of the series, but I just want a little bit more. It just needed a little bit more of a reveal. Like, I don't know. I'm unsatisfied a little bit with the finale. It's good for what it is. It is what I thought it was going to be. I just thought that there was going to be just a little bit extra. What would have been great is if a second killer was revealed, that killer got killed, Kieran went to jail, and then got this call, and it's like, oh, Brandon James is alive too. Now the audience, all of us, are fully fulfilled. It just gave it a little bit more. It was just too predictable. It was too predictable, too easy. And when you're doing a series like this, like, prime example, if you ever seen the show Harper's Island, it was a little mini series. It was only like 12 or 14 episodes or something like that. I think you could buy it on Amazon. It's called Harper's Island. Came out some years ago, and that was a great mystery show. That show, you could not figure out who the killer was. Check out that show. Check out the trailer if you can on YouTube. And if you like Scream, if you like all these whodunit type films and shows, that is a must see. It was so well done. I was still guessing by the end of the show, and the reveal of the killer of that was so fulfilling. In fact, I need to buy that show. So I think it's going for like $25 or something like that on Amazon. It's only on DVD. I don't think they have a Blu-ray release, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, check out Harper's Island. You're welcome. When you see that show, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're welcome. Anyways, yeah, so season 3, we're supposed to be getting some Halloween episodes, special Halloween episodes. Don't know much about it. I didn't watch the Scream After Dark. I've just heard through some comments online that they did get renewed for a 3rd season. There is going to be a Halloween episode. Maybe there'll be another killer revealed in the Halloween episode. Who knows? That would be really cool. It's supposed to be two episodes. So I guess we got to wait for those and a whole nother year until we see more of the outcome of this whole situation. So, you guys, what's your thoughts on this? What's your theories and predictions? I told you guys I would give away the digital codes for whoever had the right answer. I obviously was 50-50. So, yeah, I'll just pick someone in the comments below. If you had Kieran in your answer, I'll just pick someone in the comments below, and I'll give you all the digital codes for Scream 1 through 4 and the Scream TV series. If there's a digital code for that, I have to check for that. But yeah, what's your thoughts? What did you want more out of this? And what's your thought? What's your theories for the next season of what's to come, or even the Halloween special? What do you want to see? Who do you want to see more of? And your overall. I think I'm done. I don't know if we're all on the same page, but I think I'm done with the Emmas being the victim. I think they need to wrap that up. They need to move on to another character or something else, because her character has been pretty dumb. Tired of it. I feel like we've had enough time with her and her backstory. I want to see more of the original Lakewood Six, or the original characters when Brandon James was when he got shot, and when Maggie and Daisy or whatever and Acosta helped Brandon James or whatever. I want to see more of that backstory. Maybe if the opening scene of season 3, that would be great to see, just a backstory of what actually happened, how it happened, and then that be the opening of Scream. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, is that at the season 2, the first episode, when Audrey was in there and they had that prank or whatever, that was fine, but I wanted an opening kill. I didn't want just a little prank or anything. That's fine, we can do the prank, but give us a kill. Scream is known for the opening killing scene, and give us that. Don't lose that. I wish they would get Kevin Williamson on these shows. I know he's writing, shows of his own and stuff like that, but he is the original person. He knows this source material. This is all came from him. I wish they would get him on this show. That would be great. Over season 1, season 2, I like them both. I probably like season 1 better than I do season 2, to be honest. But there's great moments in season 2. Really great moments. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely going to buy this when it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray. But that's my thoughts on it. If I had to rate this between a 1 and 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I would give this season 2, and this finale, a 7.8 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.8. It's solid. This last episode was a little underwhelming. I wish I expected a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more, but hey, if they're coming out with season 3, then hey, that's great news. I did not want it to end like this if they weren't going to renew for season 3. I was going to get really pissed off. I was going to be like, okay, I want more answers. And but if there's a season 3, I forgive them, and let's continue this. So yeah, show it much love. Tweet to MTV Scream TV series and let them know that you want season 3. Show the show some love if you want it to continue. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to Destination Station. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and yeah guys, I'll see you guys next time. And if you want to see more of me doing more TV series, I'll do that. I usually do film and Blu-ray and steelbook releases. Check out some of my other videos, and yeah, subscribe to Destination Station. If you like what I'm doing here, I'll do more of it. Just let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks guys. Take care.